For the second time in a little over a year, House impeachment managers marched across the Capitol to hand deliver to the Senate an article of impeachment against now former President Donald Trump. The House impeached the former president for the second time nearly 2 weeks ago on a charge of incitement of insurrection, all in connection to that deadly January 6th storming of the U.S. Capitol. Political reporter Jack Fink explaining now how this trial will differ than the first one that the president faced.
When former President Donald Trump faces his second impeachment trial in the Senate next month, Chief Justice John Roberts won't be presiding. Instead, Democratic Vermont Senator Patrick Leahy will preside. While the Constitution says when a president is tried on impeachment, the Chief Justice shall preside, there's no mention of who should oversee it when it involves a former president. SMU law professor Eric Cedillo says the former president will likely raise the issue.
It'll be actual senators listening to what's going on procedurally. If they have any issue with the way in which the president pro tem presides, then I'm sure that'll come up during the actual trial itself.
Senator John Cornyn tweeted his concern today. Unprecedented. How does a senator preside like a judge and serve as a juror too? Hashtag conflict of interest. But Senator Leahy vowed to administer the trial with fairness. Constitutional law attorney David Cole says former President Trump could challenge the Senate trial itself in a federal court and ultimately the Supreme Court.
If he were convicted, like any criminal type proceeding in the court system, he could challenge that in court and say this was not appropriate. The Senate lacked jurisdiction over me, and that would ultimately lead to some kind of opinion.
While the trial of a former president is unprecedented, the Constitution lays out a very high threshold for a conviction. 67 senators must approve it.
Reaching 67 votes is a very high watermark to reach in terms of them actually finding him guilty and convicting him. So in practicality, I do think it's a check.
Our framers divided power between the different houses of Congress in a way that made it particularly difficult for Congress to get something done. And that served us well.
One thing is clear about the upcoming trial: history will be made regardless of the outcome. Jack Fink, CBS 11 News.